we go. We've talked a lot about the weather. We've talked about the elite runners. Let's talk a little bit, Ian, about what this day is like for everyone, for the thousands who are here, for the thousands who have made it a Thanksgiving morning tradition.
This is a very special day for so many people celebrating Thanksgiving, and to think that a lot of these must be soaking wet already. And they've been out there for an hour. I saw a lot of tutus.
Yes.
To tutu or not to tutu?
Oh,
that is the question.
Yes.
We saw a group of 4 people dressed like Spider-Man and 1 dressed like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Didn't see an Elvis. Maybe he left the building.
There's a few complete Thanksgiving dinners out there.
There always are.
Yeah.
That's just what makes this great, right? Regular people, people dressed up in costumes, fun runners, gifted amateurs, a lot of people who would normally be winning road races. They're starting in a couple of groups back because we have just some of the best runners in the world like we do every year.
And it's great to see everyone waving on our Fox 61 camera. They're so excited. We're excited to be here with them. It is just an incredible day.
All
right.
We're finally starting to get
Here
the elite runners now, just fewer than 2 minutes into the race, have made that first turn, as has Wayne Colley. There she is. And already, we're not seeing any other women with her. Every other year, the past 3 years, we cannot stress this enough, she has literally run away from the competition by the first mile. She hasn't even hit the first mile marker yet. They just made that first turn off of Main Street, but here she goes.
The interesting thing, Tim, is she went home to Eritrea, so she's been back in Flagstaff training for about 4 weeks, but she gets fit very quickly.
Yes.
So she's done a couple of key workouts. Is she in course record shape? Probably not, but just look at the aggression. Look, she's checking her watch.
What was the last race she ran in?
The Olympics.
Okay.
The Olympics at 10,000 meters. Now she'll try and latch on to a guy, I have to think. But
yeah,
she's not feeling blue, is she?
No, she's doing all right. They say sometimes in running, sometimes you have to find a rabbit, somebody a little bit faster than you to try to chase to pace yourself. Is she going to try to do that with one of the men running?
Yes, she's definitely going to do that if she can.
Okay.
But meanwhile, our camera's gone to the front of the men's race.
Right, we got Brian Barraza right in the front. He is number 4. We've got Edwin Kurgat in the blue, number 14. He is the one that you identified, Ian, as maybe a favorite early on.
Interesting, he's got the gloves and the hat on.
And you specifically mentioned the hair.
And behind him in the blue, Eduardo Herrera also there. So we're seeing a fair amount of people. Patrick Deva right there in the yellow.
On the left.
So you can keep that in mind.
So interesting enough, Kurgat, like Wayne, have the same coach and agent, Stephen Haas. And I was sat with him last night at the pasta party. It's amazing what you can learn over dinner and pasta.
That's the idea,
and, you
right?
know, athletes are cheap dates. No desserts. They don't drink wine. They don't drink beer. If you want to date an athlete, your pocketbook is safe.
Yes, right, cheap dates all around for sure. For sure.
So did you get any insight at the pasta dinner last night?
Of course I did, but some of it I can't tell you on camera. Yes, there was a wonderful mood there at the pasta party last night. A wonderful mood.
Okay, so we're coming up on what should be about the first mile, right? 4 minutes and 20 seconds is usually the point where we're seeing the leaders cross that. And we're curious to see exactly what the timing is. So what is that first mile time? Once we get that official time from race officials, Ian,
we'll know whether it's tactical.
Right.
How tactical it's going to be.
So 4:17 is a really good 1 mile for the men.
Yes. 4:20, 4:28, so it's tactical.
Okay.
4:28, all right. So that's an early indication. We're probably not going to see any course records today.
Not unless someone puts the hammer down at mile 3, perhaps.
Yeah.
But that is indicative. It tells me there was a big group there. And
so now we get to the second mile, which is the start of what they call the race within a race. We haven't even spoken about this yet. It's called the King and Queen of the Hill competition. Here's how it works. Right before the 2 mile mark, there is another finish line right outside of Highland Park Market. And the first male and female runners who can cross that line and then go on to finish in the top 10 of their respective divisions get a $1,000 bonus. It's $7,000 for the winner. So if you can run away like Wayne Colley has done, you get $7,000 for winning and $1,000 for being the queen of the hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to see. And it takes a while to get up that hill. We usually see about a 5-minute second mile. And while it is a long, slow hill, by no means is it like a heartbreak hill in the Boston Marathon. It does get steeper as you go. And interestingly, after you hit the 2-mile mark in the Queen and King of the Hill finish line, it gets even a little steeper after that.
Oh, it does. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Beyond that mile, that 2-mile point. Yes.
Yeah.
So what's going through their heads right now, would you say?
That's a good question, Erica.
Well, in
all manner of things. They're trying to figure out, have they got the legs? How good are they feeling? How good's he feeling? And what about him? And especially when there's a group of 7.
Especially when you're in a pack, it's a mind game, so to speak.
Yeah. Life is a mind game, Erica.
Yes. Ian giving life wisdom, not just race wisdom. We always like that,
I know
too.
Erica is a kickboxer. So, I mean, you play mind games there, don't you?
Oh, try to. Well.
Yeah. So,
okay,
we're just going to have to see. Again, we're not really expecting the rain to cause much of a problem at this point, but it could be once in about 3 or 4 minutes, once these runners finish the King and Queen of the Hill competition and start making their way through mile 3. And there's a somewhat steep downhill once we get to that point.
Well, we see Wayne Colley there. She's still the only woman as far as we can see.
She's tucked in.
So certainly leading the pack there, women.
She's getting a nice ride there, isn't she? Because I don't think there's any wind on the course.
I was going to say, but she would be.
But he's tall. But she's 5'1".
Exactly. Well,
on a good day.
Yeah.
She looks good. You have to say.
She's strong.
She's strong.
You said she gets into good shape, incredibly good shape, very quickly.
Yes, she does. And her best years are ahead. Apart from winning the Manchester Road Race, possibly an iconic number of times, she'll move up to the marathon in maybe this next year, maybe the year after, as our camera's gone back to the lead pack of men, which is still a big pack.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're still seeing Edwin Kurgat right up there, too.
Interesting, but I wonder how he likes the wind and the rain. Well, not so much the wind, but does he like the rain? But perhaps he's starting to stretch them out on the hill. Do you think he's thinking about that $1,000 extra? Maybe not. Where's Sam Chalanga? He's our normal guy to go for the $1,000.
Right.
Yeah, and we have some runners who are not even on the elite list who are trying to make a push themselves. Maybe trying to make a quick $1,000 right there.
But this is Edwin Kurgat.
Yep. He is leading the pack right now.
He ran a 12:57 indoor 5,000 meters, so he's got wheels, serious wheels.
Yeah.
He competes for Under Armour, Mission Run Sky, Dark Sky. It's not a dark sky today yet, here.
Right. So he's pushing.
Look, now we're seeing
seems
pressure
like he's
being
taken
applied.
a little bit more of a lead there.
And yeah, right. We're seeing that pack start to thin out. Before it was Brian Barraza in the white behind in the beard, and now he's dropped back to about 6th or 7th place. As we're coming up, they're still making their way up the hill, right? 4:28 was that first mile, so expect them to maybe get to the second mile at about 9.5 minutes, maybe a little earlier than that. Wayne Colley, still no other woman with her. And now you're looking at, that is the King and Queen of the Hill line right there. As runners were just going by, it may have been Kurgat who got there. It may have been.
And I think our camera was picking up number 27, Everett Silver.
Yes.
A college student on his final race as a collegian.
Yep. The young man.
And 7.
He finished 9th last year in the road race, 22 minutes, 17 seconds. He might have beat out Kurgat for King of the Hill. We'll find out in the next couple of minutes. We'll get that official word.
He's a charismatic young man.
Yes. And notice, he was neck and neck with Kurgat, and look at him falling back now. He may have been trying just to get that $1,000.
Back to Wayne.
Yep.
Who's now in solitary behind the lead vehicle. Coming up to 10 minutes.
Yes, okay.
Could we see 4 in a row? That's historic for Waney.
At this point, we could. And we just got the word in from the race officials. 4 minutes and 33 seconds
for
was
Waney?
The second mile for the men.
4:30. Oh, my.
Yes.
That's unusual.
And Everett Silva did cross the King of the Hill line first. Or
amazing what $1,000 will do for you, isn't it?
He was at least the leader at mile 2, so we're assuming he made it. But now we've got ourselves a 3-man pack heading into the downhill now. This was the part before, Ian, where you said runners have to be careful with their footing.
Tuck your chin in, as Jim Harvey, Coach Harvey would say.
Yes.
Tuck your chin in. And that's Andrew Colley alongside...
in the black?
Yes.
And then back to Waney.
I thought it might be those two. Heaven forbid that I'd be right. But Waney on her own now.
Yep. No surprise there.
Doesn't she look good? Oh, my, oh, my.
Yeah, how does that form look?
Pretty good to me.
Yeah, a lot to like.
Being out there all alone, does that help or hurt as far as strategy?
Well, she's only got one
or can
focus
it do
now.
both?
She doesn't have to think about someone sitting on her shoulder.
Right.
She just focuses on her own form and how she feels. It's nice. It's comforting.
But do you
isn't it?
possibly get too comfortable?
No, never get comfortable to get to the finish line, Erica. See the arm
I
movement?
can't see anybody behind her.
No,
Right?
there's no wasted arm movement.
Yes, it's an efficiency.
It is, isn't it?
And I feel like even if you don't know anything about running, you can see it. You just know you're seeing somebody who's good at it. All right, on to the men's side. Let's talk about Andrew Colley before, a man who has had a lot of injury problems in his life. Before, about 6 years ago, he couldn't go any longer than 10 months, they said, without an injury. He had a problem with blood flow. It was called popliteal artery entrapment syndrome. Basically, what that meant is some of the arteries that run through the back of the knee were getting pinched, and he was having problems with blood flow to his legs, but did manage to get some surgeries, and it looks like that sorted him out because, boy, is he having a great year.
So we're down to 3. So, yes, Colley's had his medical issues.
Yeah,
but he's in good shape. A very likable young man, recently married.
And this should work for him here, right? He's had personal records this year in the 5,000 meters and the 10,000 meters. This race right in between those two distances.
So it's Kurgat, Colley, and Deva.
Yep.
Are those 3? But who's that bridging up now?
That's Herrera coming up in the blue.
Eduardo Herrera.
Yeah, Eduardo Herrera is there. Can't make out who's in 5th place, also in the orange.
So should be 4. So Colley's mission now, he's got to get rid of Kurgat before we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
He's got to shake it up.
It is a dead heat.
Where's that sound familiar? Shake it up. Taylor Swift.
I didn't know you were a fan.
You're a Swiftie.
Well, I'm like Tim, he's a Swiftie.
Who isn't a Swiftie these days?
Yeah, no.
How can you not be?
Right.
So look, here we go. The race is on now.
Yeah.
Colley has got to assert himself now and break this up. It's too close for him. He's got to get away. But Kurgat, look, with that leg speed, but Colley's got a sub 4-minute mile in his legs. So now we'll see. This is what we want on Fox 61, though, isn't it? A race.
We are just waiting to see who's going to start making a move. When is the best time? I mean, imagine it's still too early here as we're just coming up on mile 3, which, by the way, came in at 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Slower than mile 2. That makes no sense to me. Is it them slowing down with the traction?
The hill is on
Up
mile 2, Tim. So
no, but mile 3, the split time was 4:42.
So they haven't let it rip yet.
Yeah, they're saving something.
Ready for action. Cameras, lights, action. Won't be far away now. Meanwhile, Waney in isolation.
Yeah.
It's a question of what time she'll run.
Really, it looks like she is well on her way already. Yeah, and she just passed the mile 3 marker there, and nobody is with her. We hate to keep saying that, but there's just not much to say.
But we should embrace it, Tim.
Yeah, good for her. Good for her.
We absolutely should not. Yeah.
We're seeing a phenomenal athlete. She could be the one.
The only record she has to break is her own. She's not going to do that this year, right?
Possibly not.
The greatness is just obvious.
She could be the next great American female marathon runner. She has the potential to run sub 220, maybe sub 215 even.
Yeah, she just had a top 10 finish in the Olympics.
So
clearly one of the best
she'll
runners
run
in the world.
half marathon in Houston in January. Then she's going to run another half marathon. Then she's going to go to the track. Are we back down to...
Yeah, Kurgat's in the lead. By the way, he was the official. Him and Andrew Colley were the leaders in mile 3. That's the word we were getting from race officials. But it is now Kurgat and Herrera, 1 and 2, both of them wearing blue. Looks like Davers in third place.
Teammates. The teammate. So they both ran a cross-country race in Austin, Texas, a week ago. They went 1-2, but the gap was 30 seconds between Kurgat and Herrera.
Yeah. Actually,
we're talking
Colley's
about Wayne
in third.
competing in the Olympics, but there are 5 athletes running today that competed in the Olympics in Paris.
It's because Manchester's on their bucket list, Erica. That's what it is.
Why is that?
Because it's
Talk
a
a little bit more about
prestigious
that.
race. It's a very, you can't underestimate how important it is to have a win in Manchester on your resume. It's a big deal.
This is fantastic. All right.
All right, here we go. Action.
Andrew Colley and Patrick Daver have started to fade a bit. This is now a 2-man race.
They're
at least for
flying,
now,
Tim.
between Edgar Kurgat and Eduardo Herrera from Flagstaff, Arizona. He was born in California, competes for Mexico, both his parents Mexican.
Yes. Imagine what's going through their minds as their teammates. They train together.
Yes.
They both have the same coach, lightweight. Oh, actually, all 3 have got the same coach and agent. So he's doing well. The agent gets 15%
Of everything.
So he's on a roll, Stephen Haas is.
Yes, that is it could be a lucrative day to be a coach. As for Herrera, a man who really has the Thanksgiving spirit, he does volunteer work. He serves food to the homeless, something that we see a lot around in Thanksgiving. Currently majoring in sociology out at the University of Colorado, where that thin air seems to be helping him out here with this humid, thick air in Manchester. He is doing great, but he is starting to have some troubles catching up to Edwin Kurgat, who is starting to put his foot down, it looks like, Ian.
Well, he did come in as the dominant favorite, and now, yes, here we go.
Continuing a breakout year, he's had personal records in the 3,000 meters, in the 5,000 meters, in the 10,000 meters. Doubly impressive is that he didn't even begin running until 2016. How did he get so good so quickly, Ian?
Well, he's talented. First, let's say this, he's talented. Put that together with a good training program, good coaching.
Yeah.
And now Andrew Colley trying to bridge back up to Eduardo Herrera.
Yeah.
But Kurgat came in, look, anybody who can run sub 13 minutes indoors for 5,000 meters.
Right.
7th in the Olympic Games.
And again, this is his debut race here in
Yes.
Manchester. This is his first time running. We were talking about this the other day as far as experience, course experience, but that doesn't seem to be bothering him one bit.
But wait.
Look at Colley.
Andrew Colley coming back.
He's starting to push a little bit. Now, we're probably about 45 seconds from the time they're going to make that last turn onto Main Street. So it is time to make your move as the runner's getting ready to run past the Dollar General. That's usually your last waypoint. There it is. Right before they turn onto Main Street, Colley's coming in on the inside, and it looks like he is gaining ground on Kurgat.
And he knows the course. And of course, you and I know, Tim, it's a downhill once you head to Main Street, but then there's that slight uphill. So if you've got to time it right, because it's a long finishing straight.
Yes. Who's got the better kick between the two?
You'd think Kurgat has, but
We don't know.
the prestige of winning Manchester.
Yep. So it does not look like we're on pace for a course record. Well, actually, I take that back.
Here comes Colley.
Yeah, Colley is making
a big move.
About 2 years ago, when on course record pace, they made that turn onto Main Street around the same time as these two. They could be pushing themselves to a course record as Colley has taken the lead.
Andrew Colley laying it down hard. He knows he needs 10 meters on Kurgat as they come into Main Street. I would say he needs 10 meters, maybe 15. He's got 5.
And he's gaining. And look at this in the last couple seconds as he's coming by our broadcast position. Colley is putting the hammer down around, that long hair flowing in the wind. He's now opened up a 30-foot lead on Kurgat, maybe even more than that. Herrera in third place, trying to just do whatever he can as they're entering this last uphill right now. The last 200 yards, it might not even be a close contest. Colley is running away with it.
Andrew Colley, Tim, whoa.
The 33-year-old from Blowing Rock, North Carolina, about to have another crown jewel in what has been a breakout 2024.
This would be the biggest win of his career.
Absolutely.
No question about it.
21 minutes and 4 seconds is the course record. We don't know if he's got that in him. He's got about 5 seconds to make it across the finish line. He's going to be just short, but it doesn't matter. Andrew Colley has won the 88th Manchester Road Race, and he won it going away.
Gosh, I must take up forecasting. At the pasta party, I said he was the one to watch last night.
There you go. Kurgat, I believe.
did say that yesterday.
I put him under pressure.
I believe Kurgat, and he was a little unsteady on his feet after crossing the finish line. I believe Herrera might have come in second. And now here comes Kelati, all alone, getting ready to run into the history books. No woman has won the Manchester Road Race 4 consecutive years. She's only a couple minutes away from making that a reality, Ian.
Gotta love this, 4 in a row, unprecedented. Amy Rudolph has certainly had 5 wins, but not consecutive.
Yep. Oh, is she impressive. By the way, for the men's, mile 4, Ian, came in at 4 minutes, 11 seconds. They absolutely were racing.
That's very impressive by Andrew Colley, I have to say, Tim. Very impressive indeed. But we need to keep an eye on this clock here now as Wayne come by momentarily. Should come by us.
The women's record is 22 minutes and 55 seconds. She's got about 30 seconds to make it happen going up that uphill. Not sure if she's got enough in her. It doesn't matter. No. She's the queen of the hill every year. She is the queen of the race every year. Wayne Kelati,
Queen of Manchester.
Yes. That's the only question. Is she going to break the course record now? 22 seconds away. You can see her making her way up that one last hill, Ian. Don't think she's got it in her, but this very well might be the second fastest time we've ever seen in the Manchester Road Race by a woman.
22:55, 23:39, 23:21.
Yes.
3 consecutive years.
And it's at 23:21. Last year's winning time, she won. She beat Annie Rodenfels by 38 seconds. And this might be her biggest margin of victory yet. Here it comes.
This is a tremendous performance.
There it is. History is made. That is the second fastest time ever run. She's now got the top 4 at least. Unbelievable. Wayne Kelati.
Wow.
With her teammates.
There's her teammates.
Yep.
Oh, what an
with
incredible
Kurgat
scene
and
right
Herrera.
there.
Congratulations to all of them. We're going to step aside for just a couple of minutes. Keith McGilvery's going to talk to both winners when we come back.